Welcome back. Stacked is a new sitcom just picked up for the fall season on Fox television. The one and only Pamela Anderson is the star, and while she's certainly a big part of the show, the magazine wanted to know more about one of her co-stars, Brian Scolaro.
I'm Brian Scolaro, and I play Stuart Miller on Stacked on Fox. It's a good show.
That's it. I'm ending my crummy relationship with my boyfriend.
Yes! Yes.
Brian Scolaro, co-star on Stacked, is taking the success of his network sitcom in stride.
Last night.
It's basically because of Pam and Christopher's following, you know, and Steve Levitan's just a great writer. But I'm just lucky enough that they thought I was good enough to be on the show. You know, so just hanging on for dear life until this thing crashes.
Stacked is a show that Brian says is a throwback to the days of Cheers and The Honeymooners.
It's a really funny show. I think it's old-fashioned. Takes place all in one set, just like the old shows, All in the Family, Cheers, Taxi, all one set. Occasionally they go out. It's not one of those sitcoms that makes you nauseous to watch. Like, oh, that was bad. If you laugh, that's great. There's a lot of good jokes, very clever. And if you don't laugh, you just look at Pam for a while, and then you move on to the next joke.
I also was a fan of Taxi and Cheers and, you know, old school, just 4-camera television, live audience. And I'm not a real big fan of like all the new reality shows and that kind of stuff. And I just feel like this is a great thing because I'm actually doing something I've always liked.
So what is Stacked all about?
The two brothers that own the bookstore, Stack Books, one of them is Gavin Miller, and I play Stuart Miller. Gavin is played by Elon Gold. Very funny. He cares about the bookstore. He created the bookstore because he feels that society is kind of shallow, and he really wanted a place where people can exchange ideas and just use their minds. And Stuart doesn't care as much. He's just as smart as his brother, but he likes pretending to be a normal guy, and he's just like a little kid. Harold, played by Christopher Lloyd, is a former NASA scientist, really smart guy. He has like no family, no friends. He comes into the bookstore just to drink coffee and read the newspapers.
What did this fella do that was so bad?
I caught him in bed with 2 women.
And Pam plays Skylar Dayton, this former rock star groupie and party girl. And she stumbles into the bookstore to find a book. And while she's there, she gets caught up in the lives of the people that work there. And she realizes that if she does want to change her life, why not work in a place like that? And my character, being tremendously in lust with her, offers her a job, much against the desire of my brother.
So what is it like working in character with somebody like Pam Anderson?
You don't want to, when I first got the job, I didn't want to look at her to make her uncomfortable. I mean, I could look at her, but I didn't want to, look at her body or anything like that, so I just stayed very respectful. But my character is the one character who gets to look at her, who just spends most of his time just staring at her. So I was allowed to just, in front of everybody, I didn't get paid for this, just stare at her.
Now, Stacked is not Brian's first sitcom. When he first moved to LA from New York about 10 years ago, he landed the NBC show Three Sisters. Sadly, that didn't last long, but he says Stacked is a welcome change to the ups and downs of Hollywood.
I think like having a little bit of success and then followed by failure, and certainly very humbling. So you're just like, all right, now I just want to work. I just want to do a good job. I never dreamed that I would be on a show as high profile as this with just great people, with just great talented actresses and actors, you know.
We had the most stimulating discussion about literature. Her insights into Dante are...
Get to the sex.
Right. And be sure to look for Stacked this fall after the World Series on the Fox network.